The last thing I want to talk about is I want to go back to the Broncos and what's been trending for, frankly, like the last day and a half. Every time we do a Denver Broncos,
is that trending?
Yes. Oh, always. Every time Mike Kliss does a Denver Broncos mailbag, thing always shoots to the top. Everybody wants to know about the Broncos. And one of the biggest questions right now, and I know you guys have talked about it recently, is the status of Demaryius Thomas and whether we're going to get or see a long-term contract for him. And Mike argues basically that his holding out here may not actually work in his favor. Demaryius is holding out for a longer-term deal. Do you guys think that something's going to get done?
No, wait, when you say not working in his favor, are you talking from a workout standpoint, a chemistry standpoint, or are you talking about from a money standpoint?
A money standpoint, like holding out and waiting for a long-term contract. Is that ultimately going to work?
Well, you may have missed it, but I talked to him 2 nights ago in a restaurant, and he was very calm, and I said, you should have gone to Duke. I said, I'm going to give you a piece of advice, because he called me Mr. Paige, so I feel like I could be sort of a father figure to him. And I said, you should have gone to Duke. If you don't want to participate in the OTAs and the mini camps, glory be, whatever. You've been around this team long enough. I think it will hurt. I think, and I should mention.
You think it's going to hurt him in negotiations?
Yeah, I think it is.
Why?
Unless they pull it off real quickly and he gets involved. Do you give him here are the options available, as I see it, is that you franchise him, you keep the franchise tag on him, then you franchise him again next year. So you get him for 2 years for one of the top 5 wide receiver salaries in the league. Or he agrees to sign a long-term deal that's going to be less than that, and it gives him a little salary cap relief that it would be something in the neighborhood of $10 or $11 million for 5 years with guarantees up front. But I say this, and Dan, we haven't talked about it. There's a different economic state with the Broncos. Pat Bowlen would have said, get this done. Here, I'm writing a check for $12 million. Give that as a bonus and sign him to a 5-year deal. I think Joe Ellis and John Elway are operating, and I'm not saying this coming from the family, because we know Pat Bowlen's no longer involved. I think they've just decided, we're going to keep a very tight watch. We're not going to act emotionally. So I think that's what's kind of fueling this, that Pat Bowlen, the old Pat Bowlen that we knew, would have said, okay, yeah, give him the money.
See, to me,
Shanahan would have given him money.
I disagree. I think this is business as usual. I think this is just the nature of the NFL these days. He'll get his contract done with Elway. Elway has stated many times he wants to get it done. They need him. They're going to need him when Peyton's gone, because Brock Osweiler is going to need some veteran receivers to throw to.
Brock Osweiler's not going to be used.
Whoever. Business as usual.